parts and add them together. Let's see here. Paid athlete is Pro. Littlest Hanson is Zach. Add them up. Prozac. Pretty simple, huh? Now check it out. As the time disappears, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better. Headbutt question time. So fingers on your buzzers and no biting on this one. Okay, what's the sum of these two things? Large striped cat plus a cop's turf. Green, it's all yours. Nice mouth. What are you, raised in a barn or something? What is wrong with today's youth? You know, where do we go? Hey, goat, come here. Look at what they just typed in. Exactly. You know, I should take away some of their cash. Okay, I'll do it. God, don't nag. All right, the goat told me to take away cash, so here I go. You know what? I'm still pissed. You know, that doesn't do it for me, taking away cash. God, I wish I had some other idea. Wait, who's here?
Hello, Bob. I'm Abraham Lincoln.
Whoa.
Ooh, a goat.
Yeah, I don't know how it got in here.
I may have been shot in the head, but I think you should take away more cash.
Okay, I can't argue with you two. Hey, watch this. No, I'm still pissed. Come on, Abe, goat, let's go in my car. I gotta go think.
Ooh, all right.
Come on, back inside. Let's go. Abe, come on.
Sounds like someone needs a new carburetor.
I know, Abe, but what should I do to this player?
I don't know. How about change their name?
Hey, good idea. All right, I think that's enough punishment for now. Let's get back to the game. Are you all too scared, or someone else want to step up? Go for it, Red. Type in your... Oh, great. Yeah, type in the dirty word again and see what the funny host says. Right, Abe?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. I wasn't listening. I was playing with the goat.
Abe, I think you spent too much time in that log cabin.
How so?
Never mind. Watch what I do to the player. Hey, Blue, you want to do it? All right, Blue, type in your answer and hit... Okay, game over. You know, I don't have time to sit here and watch you type this stuff in. You know, Abe doesn't have time. Hey, Abe, are you okay?
Well, I seem to have broken my stovetop hat, and the goat isn't doing too well.
Ooh, I hope that's milk. All right, Abe, let's get out of here. Grab the goat and we'll go. You know, I just got to grab my coat.
Okay, go.
Hey, what are you doing? It doesn't matter if you hit any keys. This game's over. I already said that. I'm leaving with Abraham Lincoln and this goat, and we're going to go out and have a good time, okay?
Bob, I don't think this goat is going to be having any more good times, if you know what I mean.
Oh, my God. The goat is dead? Oh,
well,
that's disgusting, Abe. Get him out of here.
Come on, Bob. He was a friend to both of us.
I know, but I can't... I can't look at him. He's dead. I can't... Oh, my God. Abe, what are you doing?
Why, I'm skinning the goat. We'll eat him for dinner, Bob. It'll be great. Come on.
Oh.
Bob, are you awake? Uh-oh. Well, then I'll just sing a little song while I prepare the goat. Abe Lincoln was a man. He killed a goat with his bare hand. He had a beard but no mustache, and his wife was insane. He built log cabins, and Abe was his name. Hey, that's...
60 seconds. All right, it's showtime, people. Move it or lose it. Pro, we need names.
No problemo. Flying solo. Great. Put your tray up.
Looks like a lot of dental floss is cut.
All over it.
30 seconds.
Player, your buzzer is going to be the letter B. That's B. Well, there I go, yakking your off when you want to play. Well, excuse the crap out of me, all right? Strike up the band. We're starting the game.
Category. For your enjoyment, you'll laugh, you'll cry. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Let's say you're watching a performance of Swan Lake when suddenly one of the swan dancers breaks into a... The expression swan song means a farewell because according to legend, swans are supposed to sing when they die. She's probably dying from hunger. You ever seen them ballerinas? So thin, and they smoke so much, too. What a shame. I need a category. The category? Four-letter word for what you don't know. You get this one right, and it's $3,000. So you like crossword puzzles, right? Well, see if you can solve part of one now.
1 across, Arthur Blank, crossword puzzle creator. 3 down, daily journal containing first crossword appearance. What 2 words fit these clues? Box, Champagne Courier, Godfrey Daily News, Miller Liverpudlian Review, or Win New York World? No, Arthur Godfrey was a TV show host in the 50s. I think he hosted shows like Nice Wrong Answer, Loser, and Man, It Sucks to Be You. For the curious, here's the right answer. Arthur Wynn invented the crossword, and the first modern crossword was published in the New York World. And soon, delighted children all over the world discovered words like rattan and aves. All right. This category is known as, this looks like a job for Tidy Bowl Man. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Okay, so if Superman cleans villains off the streets of Metropolis and Batman keeps the streets of Gotham clean, tell me this. What would you expect a superhero named Vauban to clean? Hair-clogged shower drains, puke-puddled grammar school hallways, blood-stained hospital sheets, or wax-filled ears? I'm sorry, what? In case you're wondering, Vauban is the brand name of the sawdust stuff they sprinkle in the hallways of grammar schools when kids get sick. Vauban, able to absorb partially digested bologna sandwiches in a single sweep. Okay,
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta head for, yeah!
The selection is, I'd give that song a 47, Dick. This one's worth $1,000. Put your tray in the upright position, it's time for takeoff. What hip tune would be the best choice for a group called the Suffragettes were women who fought for the right to vote?
A woman voting? What next? Sing that noise called the rock and roll is music?
Okay, pick a category.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
Well, looks like this category is, would it still be considered necrophilia? How does $2,000 sound? So imagine you're at a bar full of famous dead people. If Don Juan sidles up to the bar and offers Bloody Mary a Bloody Mary, which dead woman is he trying to pick up? Mary Magdalene, Mary Queen of Scots, Mary Tudor? Mary Tudor was a Catholic queen of England who got her nickname from executing so many Protestants during her reign. So she's Catholic and probably won't sleep with him, and if he crosses her, she'll cut his head off. Boy, sucks to be done. I need a cat. Pucker up for Cliff Clavin is bad. I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. Okay, imagine this. The gang from Cheers reacts in horror at Cliff's bag of mail. Considering what is also called mail, what has Cliff done? Stuffed some guy into his bag, ripped shells off tortoises, skewered rabbits on a spit for cooking, or delivered green vegetables on his route? Skewered rabbits? No, that would be if Cliff worked for that great restaurant chain Tastes Like Chicken. Should have picked this. Not only does mail refer to letters and packages, it also refers to tortoise shells. But the gang cheered right up after they realized the tortoise shells would make great ashtrays for the bar. All right, hit me.
Hey, look over there. It's question 7.
Say hello to, check out the astronomical unit on that guy. $2,000 for a correct answer. You know, some guys will stop at nothing to claim that they're big. If your local stargazer claimed that he had an astronomical unit, how big would he be? 1 mile, 860,000 miles, 93 million miles, or 1 light year? See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. An astronomical unit is approximately 93 million miles, the mean distance between Earth and the Sun. Mean distance is right. Okay, pick a category. I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a dis or dat. This dis or dat's category name is, they were actually abducted by aliens. All right, listen up. I'm going to read off 7 facts, and for each one so you already know how to play. Okay, let's put 30 seconds on the clock then. And we're off. Assassinated Lincoln, Kennedy, or both? Elected in 1860. Elected in 90. Succeeded by a guy named John. Had a secretary named Lincoln. Had a secretary named... Last one, 7 letters in his last... That's all she wrote. You barely got more than half of them. You're slightly above average. Isn't that comforting? Let's see your new total. Could be worse. Your score could be going down. In fact, it still might. Let's find out. Category.
Aloha, question number 9.
Here we have Plant One on Me, baby. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Think fast. If a Major League Baseball team replaced their pitchers with pitcher plants, what would the new players be able to do? Cover the entire infield during rain delays, carry players on and off the field, convert the sun's rays into pine tar, or catch flies on the pitcher's mound? The pitcher plant is an insect-eating plant that includes flies. Studies are inconclusive as to how it feels about chewing tobacco. Okay, I need a category. Hey, great choice, sweetie. I've been waiting for this since we got going, 'cause this one's a 3-way. Alrighty, here's the deal. You're gonna see a 3-way like this one. Buzz in when the correct 3-way member is lit up and you score. But look out, it'll cost you $1,000 every time you're wrong. But don't be misled, this question may or may not have anything to do with the 3-way as a group. Alright, time to boogie. This lovely 3-way goes by the category of, welcome back my friends, blah blah blah. Which means this 3-way's using everyone's favorite supergroup, Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Well, good luck. And don't worry, I'll still respect you when this is over.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Okay, we're stripped down to our skivvies. Looks like that's all we've got. Let's see how you scored. A little sloppy, but I still love you. Let's see what this earnest attempt did to your overall score. Moving on, let's get back to our agenda. Okay, either you finished round 1 or you have another round to go. You know, depending on how you look at these things. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. I need... This one's called Wittgenstein Stays on My Mind. How does $4,000 grab you? Say, maybe you've heard of Prince Machiavelli, makers of perfumes and colognes. Well, don't you think it's about time the world of designer fragrances met the world of philosophy? Which advertising slogan would work best for a perfume company called Prince Machiavelli? The scent justifies the means. Machiavelli's name has become synonymous with pragmatism, cynicism, and unscrupulousness because he believed in doing what you gotta do. Apparently, one thing you gotta do is pay $45 an ounce for something called musk. All right, hit. Coming at you, he's not Frosty, he's my snowman. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Heads up, here it comes. If Frosty the Snowman's temperature were 0 on the Kelvin scale, what could you call him? Frosty the boiling puddle of water, Frosty the melting snowman, Frosty the diffuse cloud of condensed vapor, or Frosty the absolute zero man? 0 Kelvin is known as absolute zero and is roughly minus 460 degrees Fahrenheit. Also known as real damn cold.
Swing your partner 1 and 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
Now serving Zero, my hero. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Okay, feast your eyes on this. And the number 1 followed by 100 zeros is called a Google. Multiply that by 10 and you have the population of Beijing, China. Cat. May I introduce... Aye! Run for the border! $2,000 says you don't know this one. Hey, you know what they say about all carnage and no play? Imagine that Godzilla's enemy Mothra is taking a vacation to sunny Mexico. Because it would involve cannibalism on his part, which of these tasty south-of-the-border treats might Mothra be too horrified to eat? Papas fritas, frijoles saltandos mexicanos, chimichangas, or sol cerveza? Huh? Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Frijoles saltandos mexicanos, or Mexican jumping beans, jump because of tiny moth larvae inside them. So Mothra, you know, the giant moth, isn't going to be a big cannibal about it. Besides, I'm sure you'll agree, we don't want something as big as Mothra getting all gassy. Okay, I need a
15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia.
And this one is, get a second opinion, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Put it in gear, because here we go. If you have cock-a-leekie, what have you probably done recently? Cock-a-leekie is a Scottish soup with chicken and leeks. I mean, they could call it chicken and leek soup, but that wouldn't be as fun to say, would it? I mean, cock-a-leekie, cock-a-leekie. Yeah, it's just too much fun. I need a cat. And I believe this one's called Pick a Word, Any Word. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Okay, buzz in and type your answer when you can tell me what's the name of this game. Now, I remember it claims to be the world's greatest party game. Oh, it's a type of... Run with it. That innocent party game where naughty potty-mouthed kids think up dirty verbs and proper names is called Mad Libs. Sad thing is, the same words that made me giggle when I was 9 still make me laugh. Cock-a-leekie. All right, hit me.
Number 17.
Let's see what we got going. They can do amazing things with spandex. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Okay, limber up and put on your cups. This might hurt a bit. What would an Olympic gymnast have to do in order to execute a groined vault? Scrub in and perform surgery, organize a bank robbery, have sex with 3 women at once, or chisel a cathedral ceiling out of rock? A groined vault is a type of arch ceiling with 4 angles called groins. 4 groins. Well, that's a sure sign of steroid use. Okay, pick a category. The category is, and thus God smote annoying creatures. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Just step up and take a swing at this one. According to the book of Genesis, on what day should God have rested if someone could have convinced him not to create Barney? The first day, the 4th day, the 6th day, or the 7th day? On the 6th day, God created all the creatures that walked upon the land. And on the 7th day, God put the devil in charge of TV programming. Okay, I need... This little number's known as the original Pet Detective. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Hey, it's time to go dumpster diving. I'll describe the stuff we find, and you buzz in and start typing when you can tell me whose dumpster we're rooting through, okay? Now let's see. Wow. There's a whole car with a gong and some gadgets in it, Jim. Let's see what you... Nuh-uh. Here's what you should have typed in. He's a dog with a pet cat and the voice of Scatman Crothers. He's our #1 super guy, Hong Kong Phooey. And I know it was just a cartoon, but was I the only one who noticed that it's a dog hanging out and talking with humans, and that it was the cat who solved all the crimes? Huh? Category, please.
Question number 20.
Shake hands with the great Latin lover, Tom Selleck. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Let's rock. If you were to ask Magnum P.I. about his magnum opus, about what would he most likely tell you? Magnum opus translates to great work, so Magnum would be telling you about his greatest case. Although on some episodes, the mustache is the best thing going. Time for the attack. When you... A little edgy, aren't we? Relax and take a look at this clue. I'll tell you when to panic. It's magic, you know. You might just need a little magic for this Jack attack. Good luck. But not too shabby. Now let's see your final score. That's the game. Player, I couldn't have done a better job myself, but then I wasn't playing by myself, was I? But seriously, player, and I don't say this to just everybody.
You don't know, Jack! All right, that's one more in the can, folks. Hey, Raul, what's happening?
Say, that's quite a feather in your cap, making your name up there on that empty scoreboard. If you want to try for it again, just let me know. We'll set you up. Hey, clam up over there. Okay, Mavis, we've got action. We're taking it from the top. Come on, everybody, from the top.
All right. Well, what do we have here? Job tips. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, it looks like I get a break on this one. It's time to bring in a special guest host for this next question. And who do we have here today, Raul?
Today's guest host will be Laura Hatfield, who hopes to work right here at You Don't Know Jack.
Wait, what does that mean? She's interviewing for a job?
Yeah, Laura is one of the candidates for our business office.
We have a business office?
Yeah, go figure. Hey, Laura, come on in here.
So, Laura, I hear you have a question for us.
Yes, I was just wondering what kind of insurance package you have.
No, Laura, that's not what I meant, although we do get full dental, by the way. But do you have a trivia question?
Yeah, yes. Okay, this is going to be an analogy, so you have to complete the analogy. Here we go. American dollar bill is to George Washington as Canadian dollar bill is to what? Queen Elizabeth, Pierre Trudeau. George Washington is on the American dollar bill, and Queen Elizabeth is on the Canadian one. I guess that's why Canadian dollars are such a royal pain in the ass to use. Hey, can I say that?
Laura, that was excellent. Very good question. I was very impressed.
Thank you, that was fun. If I get hired here, do I get to do that again? Because I do another question. There's some hilarious jokes about,
Whoa,
about Deutschmarks.
that's funny. Could you show Laura out?
Okay, because I could do another one.
Right out the door of the studio.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye.
Bye, Laura. All right, let's move on. Okay, I need... This one likes to go by. Still hungry? $2,000 for a correct answer. Why did everyone do a Julius Caesar after he was dead? That's what I want to know. If the Roman senators had decided to use Julius Caesar's sliced up body to make an authentic Caesar salad, which ingredient would not have been needed? Sliced eyelids and sliced anchovies, a head of romaine lettuce and his head, toe cheese and Parmesan cheese, or fingernails tossed with balsamic vinegar? Yeah, be sure to put some toenail clippings in there for texture. Bet you wish you'd pick this. There's no place in a Caesar salad for balsamic vinegar. Could you imagine how much that would sting with all those open wounds? Category, please.
1, 2, praise the Almighty 3.
Open wide and get ready for the question formerly known as Prince. $1,000 at stake on this one. Flex those fingers, 'cause here it comes. What album would be the work of the artist formerly known as Pi? Well, which one of these is it? Yep, that little symbol there is the symbol for pi. The math album is really great, but you can only get it bootlegged or in the teacher's edition. Okay, pick a category.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta have 4, yeah!
Okay, give it up for Close Encounters in the Living Room. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. You know, it appears aliens have been monitoring our existence for many years now, or at least picking up our television frequencies. Check out this entry from this alien log.
The ground is spread with a shiny magic ointment, and a gigantic bald spirit with a metallic jewel on his ear appears. Joyous music plays. Suddenly, the room is uncontaminated.
Which product's commercial does this... All right, type in your... When you see the big bald guy with an earring appear on the floor, you know you're watching Mr. Clean. Either that or you've been sniffing Mr. Clean. Oh.
Let's blow this down and head for number 5.
Now serving. Do I have to sell my body? $3,000 for this one. Let's see how you handle this one. Buying a house generally involves paying an arm and a leg, putting your money where your mouth is, and eventually paying through the nose. Which of these is an actual type of loan? An arm, a leg, a mouth, or a nose? A nose? Looks like you just blew it. Here's what you should have picked. ARM stands for Adjustable Rate Mortgage. It's the kind of loan where if you don't pay on time, a big guy named Vinny comes over to your house and breaks your elbows. All right, hit me. Say hello to... Tell me more about power, Sir Pork Boy. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. If your house were powered by the thing that Sir Francis Bacon equated with power, upon what would your electric bills be based? How much?
Hey, Mom, can I have some money for lunch?
The correct answer is... Just like Schoolhouse Rock, Sir Francis Bacon said that knowledge is power. So how come I can't plug my toaster into my head? Category, please.
7, lucky 7.
For your enjoyment, blame it on Thing, and you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. If Pugsley from the Addams Family started leaving pug marks around the mansion, what would be true? He should use a coaster, he needs to wear a diaper, he's turned into a tiger, or Gomez will have to post bail. Use a coaster? No, that would be if you were leaving mug marks around the mansion. Lord knows that's irritating. Let's take a look at the right answer. Pug marks are another name for tiger tracks. The other clue that Pugsley has turned into a tiger is that he stalked, ambushed, and disemboweled Wednesday. Again. Oh. You chose wisely, my friend. You just got your hands on a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is... Play that funky music, old white man. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a vice president, a funk musician, or both. Oh, I see. You've got this thing down. Well, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's go in. Hannibal Hamlin, Beaver Funk, Spiro Agnew, Bootsy Collins, Walter Mondale, Sly Step, George Clooney. This is it. That's all of them. You only got 3 right, but look at it this way. At least you're done. Hey, could be worse. Could also be a hell of a lot better, but we're not going to go into that now. Let's move on.
Aloha, question number 9.
Well, looks like this category is, I'd buy that for $1, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Think fast. Who wasn't a hooker? Xaviera Hollander, Belle Starr, Heidi Fleiss, Mary Magdalene? Belle Starr may have been an outlaw, but she was never a prostitute. Yeah, Belle was a wanted woman, but no one paid for it. All right, hit me. Nice choice, lover. You've just been invited to a 3-way. Okay, let me breathe. Oh, okay. I guess I won't waste my valuable time here. Let's move it. The category for this 3-way is, you mean Margaret Thatcher? So it seems we'll be joined by the good, the bad, and the ugly. Looks like this is it. Here's your 3-way.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Well, that's all we got. Let's see how it turned out. You tease! You took me to the brink and then left me there $1,000 from the promised land. Oh, well, let's just add it to your overall conquest total. And now we return to our regularly scheduled program. 1 down, round 2 to go. Let's get on it. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Okay, I need it.
Don't look now. It's question 11.
Pucker up for getting wet in history class. $2,000 for a correct answer. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. Suppose Marco Polo had played the kids' game Marco Polo to find his destination on his most famous exploration. If he yelled,
Marco!
which country would have yelled,
Polo!
in return? Ooh, ouch. Should have picked this. Marco Polo spent 25 years exploring China. Must be a bitch trying to get around the Great Wall with your eyes closed.
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
This one's called Shazam What I Am. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Ready? Summon all your superpowers and hit your buzzer and type in the missing pieces from this comic book sequence when you know. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, blank, blank, Mercury. Start typing your answer.
This'll just be our little secret.
Too bad you didn't type this. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, Mercury. That's what Shazam stands for in the Captain Marvel comics. Good thing they let him say Shazam to transform into Captain Marvel. I mean, imagine what villainy could happen in the time it takes to say all those damn names. The selection is, uh-oh, he's a Connor. Think you can handle $6,001 bills? So, Jimmy Connors made his money playing tennis, and Sinead O'Connor made hers singing songs. Well, for a while she did. But tell me this, how did an Ale Connor make his money in the Middle Ages? It's just tragic. See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. And Ale Connor would sit in a beer puddle for 30 minutes. If his pants stuck to the seat, the beer had too much sugar and was thrown away. Who says college doesn't prepare you for the real world? Category. Now this is what I like to see, a player taking a chance, because you just picked an impossible question. This category is known as Shakespeare and the Rule of Three. And let's see, this one's only worth $20,000. I'm going to be real honest with you. You haven't got a chance in hell on this impossible question. And with that, here we go. What is the third word of the third scene of the third act of Shakespeare's The Life and Death of King Richard III? The, strawberries, noble, or Ratcliffe? Noble attempt. Come on, pause the game, put your shoes on, go to the library, and look it up. How hard could it be? Act 3, Scene 3, Word 3 of Richard III is Ratcliffe. Now, the next time this comes up, you'll know.
Not 14, not 16, you're right in between.
Here we have, don't know much symbiology, you get 4,000 clams for this one. Heads up, here it comes. If the bionic man and bionic woman enjoyed a symbiotic relationship, what would you probably see them do? He'd use her ear, she'd use his eye, they'd communicate via biopsychic vibes, they'd become one $12 million organism, or he'd play with the dog, she'd fight crime. Now, I can only think of one thing that could bring those two together as a single organism. For the curious, here's the right answer. When two organisms live in symbiosis, it means that each of their existences benefits the other. Although for $6 million, don't you think they could throw in the extra eye and ear? Or is Oscar Goldman really that much of a skinflint? All right, hit me. Uh-oh, wet suck tit shine floor.
It's time for Flickerish Lesson.
Your gibberish category for today is broken bones and inopportune noises. The opening value for this gibberish question is $10,000. Now, don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. All right, tell me, which film title does this rhyme with? Me thing squish, stay splint. And don't think about that punctuation. You want it, you got it. Come on, why do people do this? It's just childish.
That's the last straw, man. I'm not going to stand for this no more. I say, cut off their fingers for typing in the naughty words and shove them in their mouth and sew their lips shut. And that's
really harsh.
Force them to run them out of town on a rail.
Wait, why don't we take some cash away first?
Or that. Let me take care of this one.
All right.
Here's what you do. You get a match and you burn off all their body hair. Just singe it off like a chicken. Excuse me. And then...
You don't even know what you're talking about. Let's just take away some more cash.
Okay. I don't think that's how you spell it.
No. Well, all right, idiot. Okay, let's get back to the game.
What'd you call me?
No, I was talking to the other guy.
Oh.
And the Oscar goes to... God, I wish they'd make these easier to open. Me thing squish stay splint.
The English Patient is a very, very good movie. I haven't seen it, and I don't really plan to, but I can tell you that it's very, very good.
On the big bayou in Louisiana, quest on 17.
May I introduce Eat My Shorts? How does $2,000 sound? Just step up and take a swing at this one. If you asked a moth about its propensity for eating clothing, which of these would be a factually accurate response?
Sure, I used to do that as a kid. I can't help it, the smell drives me wild. Natural fabrics don't agree with me.
Or...
I only do it for lights on. It feels less dirty.
No, some moths eat wool and even cotton. Yeah, first time I've heard of cottonmouth that didn't involve martinis. Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Only the larva of a clothes-eating moth actually eats your clothes. The adult moths try on your clothes when you're not home. I need a... The category? You're grossing me out. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Hey, remember Stephen Keaton, the father on Family Ties? Did you know he was played by an actor named Michael Gross? Well, if Michael Gross's character on Family Ties had fathered a gross of illegitimate children, what might audiences have seen on the show. 12 instant preschoolers, 100 ditzy fashion queens, 144 smart alecky geniuses, or 1,000 uninteresting wallflowers. A gross of illegitimate children would equal 12 dozen, or 144 kids. Which would prove once and for all that it's Stephen, not Elise, who carries the recessive conservative Republican gene. Okay, I need a category. Let's see what we got going. I hear they're putting in an escalator. How does $4,000 grab you? Let's rock. Which of the following describes in order the musical happenings in the Led Zeppelin song Stairway to Heaven? Starts softly, gets louder, ends softly, starts loudly, gets softer, ends loudly, starts off fast, gets faster, ends suddenly, or starts slowly, gets loud, ends with drum solo.
You're wrong, and stay out of my purse.
Here's what you should have picked. The 7-minute, 55-second song begins with a nice soft guitar, gets louder and more intense throughout, and ends with a nice soft vocal. It starts soft and lasts less than 8 minutes. No wonder I relate to that song so well. All right, hit me. This one likes to go by a sitcom called Math. This one can net you $6,000. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Suppose that the 1984 cast of Saturday Night Live and the cast of Seinfeld are two mathematical sets. Which of the following would be true of the two sets? Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the intersection, Michael Richards is the intersection, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the union, or Michael Richards is the union? No, Michael Richards was never on Saturday Night Live. Too bad, because it would have been fun to see Kramer and Gumby in the same sketch, damn it. Let's take a look at the right answer. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has been on Saturday Night Live and Seinfeld, so she's the intersection of the two sets. Michael Richards was on the variety show Fridays, which intersected with the Garbage Can in 1982. Category. Looks like you've jacked before. Commit this clue to memory. It'll save your life someday. The name behind the band. Let's see what's behind this jack attack. Here we go. Well, you could have done better, but then again, you didn't have any competition. Let's see your score. That's the game. Player, just think, if you only got one or two more questions right, you'd just be embarrassed instead of utterly humiliated. Oh, and while I'm adding insult to injury.
You don't know, Jack. Nice work, people. Let's get those commercials rolling. And, hey, Raul, can you find out if we're doing another one of these?
Eliminate chub rub forever with the new
Oh boy, whoopee, you're on the high scoreboard. Yada, yada, yada. Praise, praise. Okay, everybody, on your... Oh, all right, I got you. Hey, come on, people. We're doing it again. One more time.
I need... And I believe this one's called It Happened One Dark and Stormy Night. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Okay, time for some frank talk. We all know that adolescent males have wet dreams or nocturnal emissions. Hey, stop giggling, it's biology. Say instead of nocturnal emissions, boys had nocturnal field emissions. What would they be releasing from their pubescent genitals? Electrons, grass seeds, mice, or bat guano? In physics, a field emission is where an electric field causes electrons to be released from a conductor. Hey, I'll take electrons any day. At least you don't have to hide the sheets from your mom the next morning. Okay, pick a category. Well, what do we have here? Superheroes who foam at the mouth. This one can net you $1,000. You ready? Okay, let's say that Underdog hasn't been very careful lately and he's contracted rabies. Given the symptoms of rabies, which of these situations would most likely leave Underdog incapable of rescuing Sweet Polly purebred? Another name for rabies is hydrophobia, which literally means the fear of water. So poor Polly would probably end up sinking like a stone. I guess that means Underdog won't be drinking out of the toilet anymore either. Oh.
1, 2, praise the Almighty 3.
Coming at you, this question makes wide right turns, and we got $3,000 in the pot. Hey, it's moving day, and you're moving to Burma. If you try to rent a trailer from the U-Haul you find in the Burma phone book, who might end up helping you with your move? Are you an ambassador, a priest, a martial arts student, or some guy named Hall? The correct answer is... In Burma, the word "you" is used as a salutation of respect before a man's name, so U-Haul would be some guy named Hall. After he's done helping you move, you can take him to one of those all-oo-can-eat places. He'll dig that. All right, hit me. Hey, all right, guess what you just picked? It's time to play Dis or Dat. And this Dis or Dat questions category is OUI, operating under the influence. Okay, I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one you need to tell me, is it an Operation Game Piece or a liquor drink? Okay, Maestro, if you think you know the rules, I'll go ahead and put 30 seconds on the clock. Let's dance. Adam's apple. Irish eyes. Funny bone. Poop deck. Old man's milk. Water on the knee. Last one. That's all she wrote. Hello, 7 out of 7. Let's throw that into your total. There you go, next time you treat. Okay, let's get out of here. I need a category.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
This little number's known as, do we really need 2 Eddie Vedders? And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. Say Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam spontaneously divided into 2 little Eddies. Scientifically speaking, which Pearl Jam song title best represents the result of this process? Nothing Man, Alive, Jeremy, or Daughter? In science, a daughter is the first generation of something after it divides into something new. All I can say is if I had a daughter that looked like Eddie Vedder, I'd name her Alanis Morissette. Okay. And this one is play ball! And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Ever hear that old joke about the last words of the Star-Spangled Banner being play ball? Well, hands over your heart and up on your feet. What are the last words of the 4th verse of the Star-Spangled Banner? Our future's to pave from cradle to grave, home of the brave, or never enslave. Pave? Well, our country's infrastructure is pretty important, but not so important they'd sing about it in our national anthem. Bet you wish you'd pick this. Each verse of the Star-Spangled Banner ends with the home of the brave. You can sit down now. Category, please. You want the attack? You got it. Heads up, here's your clue. I can't remember your name, but can you beat the Jack Attack? We're about to find out. Player, you ended up with less than nothing. Just think how bad your score would be if you were actually competing with somebody. And while we're on the subject...
You don't know Jack!
Beautiful people, I have...
My kids want guitar lessons. It's all for them.
Why sit around at home watching TV?
Square one, everybody. We're doing it again. Come on. Shake your tail feather.
Shake hands with you. $1,000 if you get it. Let's see how you handle this one. Suppose there were a country called Boogerland whose sole industry was making used tissues. What would you call the value of all the used facial tissues sold in any one year? Yearly underwritten commodities, gross national product, consumed production rate, or cyclical mean revenue? The value of a country's entire product output is called the gross national product, or GNP.
Come on, people, we gotta step up production or we're gonna fall behind Poopville this quarter.
I need a category. The category is travel emergencies and childish giggling. You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Okay, imagine this. You're in Germany when you realize you're thirsty, your hands are wet, your pencil's broken, and you've really gotta go. Which of these is not an actual German product you could buy? Happy End toilet paper, Stiff Dong paper towels, Sit lemonade, or Cum On It pencil sharpeners? You will not be able to find Stiff Dong paper towels. Isn't that always the way? You can never find a stiff dong when you need one. All right, hit me. Open wide and get ready for bad women's hairdos and the states that love them. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Think fast. Which of these is an actual official state nickname? Maryland, the old wig state, Iowa, the cinnamon bun state, South Carolina, the shag tree state, or Utah, the beehive state? Utah, the beehive state. I guess they thought Land of 10,000 Bouffants would be pushing it. Okay, I need a cat. I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat is the Darth continent. I'm gonna list off 7. Oh, I see, you've got this thing down. Well, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's do it. Botswana, African, Wedge Antilles, Lando Calrissian, Burundi, Burrito, Lesotho. One more. Oh. That's all she wrote. You missed one, but you hit on 6. Nothing to feel bad about. Let's look at your new total. Didn't have that before, did you? All right, let's move on. You don't wanna blow it on number 5. Okay, give it up for war. Huh. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Which battle of the bands would best describe the War of 1812? Modern English versus America, Atlanta Rhythm Section versus Boston, Europe versus Asia, or the Bengals versus Wilson Phillips? The War of 1812 was between the British and the Americans. This would be a great way to teach history class, although you might have a hard time finding bands named South Vietnam and Somalia. May I introduce Shuffleboard on Ice? This one's worth $1,000. Okay, here's a sports question coming at you. If the Karate Kid wanted to become the Curling Kid, what? In curling, players use brooms to sweep the ice in front of the big stone they're sliding along on the ice. Of course, the curling kid wouldn't really learn self-defense. He'd only be able to beat up, like, maybe the Ice Capades kid. All right, hit me. Looks like you've jacked before. Commit this clue to memory. It'll save your life someday. Color my world. I'm gonna rock your world in a second here. Good luck. Done if you actually knew what the hell was going on. Let's see what happened to your score. That's the game. Congratulations, my friend. You made it through an entire game by yourself and you came out on top. Not many people can say that, but I know plenty of people who can say,
You don't know Jack!
Beautiful. Very nice work, people. Hey, Raul, what's up? Are we doing another one of these?
Hey, kids, what's the matter?
Well, how does it feel to be the smartest person in your own little world? If you want to play again in your own little world, let me know.
Some Bible action figures.
Bible action figures?
That's right, Timmy. Now you can help
people,
Jesus carry his cross
yet.
with his new
Okay, Mavis, we've got action. We're taking it from the top. Come on, everybody, from the top.
This category's known as I'm Gonna Take You Downs. $2,000 for a correct answer. Hey, do you have 20/20 vision? No? Yes? Well, either way, this question's for Yao. I guess that's for you. Suppose that ABC wanted to create a show with better vision than its 20/20. In optometry, the best vision would be described in which of these new shows? Tonight on 2030, this is 2300. 2100 goes undercover. Or a shocking 2010 report. 2010 would be better vision than 2020. 2010 means that you can see from 20 feet away what a person with normal vision can see from 10 feet away.
Tonight on 23,000. Wahaba, Marfo, Wolfa, Sertop, Jabwa.
Category, please. Here we have, if I hear it one more time, I'll go blind. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, remember that 70s song, Blinded by the Light? Because his or her eyes are the most light-sensitive, which of the characters from these classic rock tunes would most easily be blinded by the light? Bob Welch's Ebony Eyes, Van Morrison's Brown-Eyed Girl, Sugarloaf's Green-Eyed Lady, or Seeing Red? In case you're wondering, blue eyes are the most light-sensitive. Let's see, linger on your light-sensitive eyes, your bloodshot eyes.
Damn it!
Pucker up for. Oh, what a relief is it? I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. Ready? Say you're a stonecutter. Did you say it? Okay. If you're carving a sculptural image that is slightly projected from the surface on which you are carving, which of the following are you doing? And by the way, this has to do with the way I'm pronouncing a certain word. Carving a fish in bas relief, carving a sheep in bas relief, carving a guitar in bass relief, or carving a bus in bus relief. Bas relief is a type of sculpture that's different than high relief in that the image is only slightly raised from the surface. Actually, this is my definition of bas relief. Okay. Uh-oh! Left nut kick, I'm sore!
It's time for a Clear Dish Crash Phone.
One gibberish category coming up. Practical jokes in the girls' locker room. Let's get the ball rolling at $5,000 for this gibberish question. Now listen up. Every second and a half, some of the cash is going to disappear, so if you want to win big, you got to be quick. Okay, pay attention and tell me, what famous person's name does this phrase rhyme with?
Poor Jill, head in locker.
And don't be fooled by that punctuation. First clue, it's the name of a man. It's all yours, type it. Oh, look at that. They're typing it in again. You know, it's funny, old man. You know the type of person that I think does this?
What?
They sit around, they probably masturbate like 5-6 times a day, you know?
Is that a lot? 5 times a day?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, good, because, yeah.
You see what happened there? Absolutely nothing, because I don't think you're funny. That is funny. Do it again.
Wait, hold on. I got to swallow some air.
Okay. Oh, my God. That's genius. That is funny. You're not funny. You never will be, okay? So, give it up.
This is the best dab-blame popcorn in the whole dab-blame universe. You've got my dab-blame word on it, or my name's not Poor Jill Headlocker.
Confidential reports have revealed that Orville's birth name was actually Bruce Gross. He just didn't think gross popcorn would sell. I need...
You don't wanna blow it on number 5.
Say hello to the Founding Fathers, Master Debaters. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. Which phrase would a perverted junior high school student not find in the Declaration of Independence? Laying its foundation, manly intercourse, told these truths, or endowed by their creator? Survey says... Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. The phrase manly intercourse doesn't appear anywhere in the Declaration of Independence, but I think it does figure prominently in the annals of Greek history. For your enjoyment, Jupiter Jingle. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Which of these slogans might you hear for a product designed to eliminate the permanent atmospheric storm system on Jupiter? Lysol neutralizes dark gas clouds, Visine washes away that hazy pink eye, Clearasil erases that great red spot, or Hoover sucks up the black ash mass. The great red spot is the permanent hurricane system in Jupiter's atmosphere. Then again, maybe Jupiter's just been eating too much chocolate. You want the attack? You got it. Heads up, here's your clue. Where exactly would I find that? Well, allow me to point you in the right direction. Here you go. Just think, if you only got 1 or 2 more questions right, you'd just be embarrassed instead of utterly humiliated. Oh, and while I'm adding insult to injury...
You don't know Jack!
That's a wrap, folks. Give yourselves a little pat on the back. And Raul, are we doing another one of these?
Okay, dear,
Making the high scoreboard, that ought to give you a nice sense of accomplishment. Hey, if you still feel a little unfulfilled and want to keep battering away at these useless accolades, let me know and we'll set you up with another game. Look alive, everybody! Hey, damn it! Smile! This is a game show! Smile! One more thing. Do you want a 7-question tournament game or a 21 full-length game? Back to square one, everybody! We're doing it again! Come on, come on! Shake your tail feather!
Okay, I need a cat. Well, looks like this category is Heavenly Bodies Need Love Too. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Let's take a look at the personal ads and see if we can make a love connection. When you know who placed this ad, buzz in and type away. Single blue planet named after early Greek god, 7th from the sun, and pardon me for bragging, the 3rd largest. I'm gassy and a little off-center. Seek similar to link rings. Talk to me. Saturn. What would a planet do with a car? All you had to do is type this. This lonely heart, the 3rd largest planet that's tilted and has rings, is Uranus. He's a nice guy, that Uranus, but for some reason all the women think he's an ass. This one's called The Belch Heard Round the World. You get this one right and it's $3,000. Imagine this. Archie Bunker has decided he's the king of his castle and everyone else can go to hell. Well, look at you with the psychic connection. Let's see if you can pick up... Yeah, it's a little tougher that way, isn't it? I hope you've learned something here. See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. The Battle of Bunker Hill actually took place right next door on Breed's Hill. Besides, what do the Jeffersons care? They'll be moving on up just as soon as the battle's over. Now serving. File this, you bastards. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Okay, sit back, relax, and imagine it's April 15th, the tax deadline. As you're sitting there complaining while filling out your tax forms, which of these mutterings would be factually accurate? I wish the U.S. had skipped the year 1903. Progressive tax? How is this progress? Damn the French for thinking of this. Or, I can't believe I pay 80%. Actually, the British were the first to have an income tax. The French just thought up getting drunk afterwards. Here's what you should have picked. U.S. income tax is a progressive tax. In other words, as your income progressively rises, so does your ability to find a tax lawyer who can get you out of paying. Category, please.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta have 4, yeah!
The category, to be or not to be, Arthur. This one can net you $1,000. All right, here's one for you TV theme song buffs. What are the concluding lyrics to the theme song of the 70s sitcom Maude? Anything but tranquilize and right on Maude, We're talking about that uncompromising, enterprising, anything but tranquilizing, right on Maude. For some reason I feel like wearing polyester and drinking scotch.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
The selection is, don't drink it if the seal is broken. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Heads up, here it comes. What consumer warning might you find on a cervical cap? Twist to open, contents under pressure, childproof, or keeps freshness in? Contents under pressure? No, that's the label on every teenage boy's medicine bottle. Should have picked this. A cervical cap is a form of birth control, so it would make the woman childproof. You might also find the warning, don't wear this cap on your head. Okay, I need a category. Let's see what we got going. People who read people are the luckiest people. $3,000 for this one. Ah, the 80s. What the hell were we thinking? According to People magazine, who is the sexiest man alive in 1986? Patrick Swayze. You haven't got a ghost of a chance. Ghost? Oh, man. Excuse me. I've got something in my eye. Ooh, the writing's on the wall, right next to my poster of that dreamy hunk Mark Harmon. Yeah, you heard me, sexiest man on the face of the earth, Mr. Mark Harmon. Hey, don't laugh. Back in the 80s, everybody looked good. All right. Uh-oh, blah, 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 blah.
It's time for a Quivers henchman.
Step right up to your gibberish category. Zen and the Art of the Boys in Blue. I'm gonna open the value of this gibberish question at $5,000. All right, as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some cash every second and a half. Okay, tell me what advertising slogan this rhymes with. Boys love the Blue Zen formation. Go for it. Type in your answer. Listen, it's been fun, really, but I'm out of here. You know, I'm sure you don't need me when you can be just as easily entertained by pulling lint out of your belly button and smelling your finger.
Hey!
What are you doing? This game is over with. You can touch all the keys you want. It doesn't make a difference. We're quitting out, and I am leaving.
See you, Cookie?
Yeah. Don't touch anything.
I'm just leaving, too. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't you worry about it, Cookie. You look a little tense. Let me rub your shoulders there. Just give it a little rub. And you're... Oh,
who are you talking to?
No one. I was just cleaning up.
Why are you rubbing the back of my chair?
No, I'm not rubbing it. I was cleaning it. There's some lint.
Oil on it.
No, it's not oil. Cookie!
Come on, you're ruining
Cookie!
the furniture.
Cookie, I love you.